Hey girls, okay, so today we're talking about bronzers and blushes and highlighters and how I do mine, and I will also link a graphic to kind of maybe show your face shape and how it's suggested for you to do yours, but how I blend it and if I use matte, if I use shimmer, where to use shimmer. Anyway, lots of good info. So if you like this look, keep watching. You think I fixed my hair before I do these things, you know, real life. Right now I have my foundation on, I have my concealer on, I have translucent powder, like a layer on my face, so I look abnormally like white and kind of scary. But I want to show you the steps I take for my bronzer and blush and my opinion on those things. So now that I have my translucent powder on my concealer in all these areas that I like to put my concealer, I'm going to take my brush and just kind of make sure that I have it on the areas where I'm about to put my bronzer. You don't want just like sticky concealer being there when you go to put it. So put like a veil. A veil is just a light dusting of your, I mean, I just went a little overboard just to show you. But anyway, so no pure concealer is exposed on my face, because that will be very bad for your bronzer. All right, so now I use Becca. I like Becca. It's just like a really good bronzer. They have a ton of different colors, and they have bronzer without shimmer. Let me talk to you about shimmer for just a second. Shimmer is so awesome in the right areas, on the right areas with the right skin. So if you have larger pores in an area, if you have texture on your skin in an area, what I mean by texture is like a more of a like bumpy area, where your skin's just not that smooth. Shimmer is only going to like make it stand up and wave at everybody when you do that. It will highlight your pores, it will highlight your texture, it will highlight any non-smooth skin. So now also, you know, the younger girls, like my nieces, when I was doing their makeup, I could do shimmer and it looked amazing, like all shimmer, no matte, and it will look amazing. But I don't know if I've seen all shimmer on like a woman over 30 and it not highlight areas it shouldn't. But, I mean, there probably is examples. I just don't know if I've seen them. So I do suggest, this is the matte. It doesn't say matte on the back of the thing, but you can like look with your eyeballs and see, okay, well, there's very little shimmer. And I would say that it's like very little. Like you could force yourself to see some shimmer if you wanted to, but if that's the case, then I think you got a good bronzer that has very little shimmer. I cannot say the name of this bronzer. I will have to put it in the description. I don't want to guess because it's going to be wrong. But I love it. It's good. It is very pigmented, so you don't have to like scrub on your face all day long. So I'm going to show you what I do, and you do not have to go as heavy on the bronzer as I do. I just like bronzer. I like to give my color my face a bunch of different colors. Now, I also have, I love this palette so much. This is the Becca by Chrissy Teigen. This is what it looks like. This has shimmer, you know, not glitter, shimmer. And I use this on top of my matte bronzer in the areas that I don't have texture. And that's what breaks it up from making it look like you have orange, like, stuff on your face. You know what I mean? All right. So I use my kabuki brush. A lot of people use different things. I have tried other things. I just like this better. So I do kind of like this a little bit. You don't have to pat this off. And if you go in, and I always take it like on my cheekbones, because your matte bronzer literally can work as a contour. That's the difference between a non-matte bronzer and a shimmer bronzer, because a shimmer bronzer you cannot contour with, which means get underneath that cheekbone and give that definition. So I'm going to go in a little bit more heavy right underneath my cheekbone. There's my cheekbone going right underneath there. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Now, depending on your face shape, depends on your bronzing and highlight. I'll find like a good graphic and put it in the slide. So right now, it's under my cheekbone, but also getting on top of my cheekbone a little bit because this is a bronzer. Just the area of it will work as one. Now, when you're putting this on, don't freak out because we're going to blend it all out. So it's going to look like a lot, but we're going to blend it and smooth it, and it won't look like, you know, you have the mange or whatever when we get done. I know that's hard. I do underneath my jaw because I'm wanting to kind of make this sit back and not pop out. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be highlighting this to where people are like, oh, wow. You know, that's not cute. So I'm letting it sit back. Highlight makes it pop out. Contour makes it sit back. All right. So I would say that this is what my normal bronzer looks like until I start to blend and add all the different layers. Okay, so I also like a matte blush. And I would say this is, it's kind of matte. It's Warm Soul Mineral Blush by MAC. So just try to get as close to like a matte as you can. Like, it has some shimmer in it. I don't know if you could, but not a whole lot. Like, you'll see the blushes that have like major shimmer. All right, so I'm gonna put this on there, and I'm literally, if you're overthinking it, you're not gonna put enough. You know what I mean? I like to give my face different colors. Oh yeah, normally I just like pop a little bit on the top right here. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, I don't use this like a ton, mostly in the summer, but I love it so much, and it gives like so much more dimension, and like, I don't know, the Chrissy Teigen Face Glow palette by Becca. So I'm just tapping in the 2 big circles, and I'm just gonna like lightly dust on my cheekbone, not under it, because remember, if it's shimmer, you don't want it under your cheekbone. Areas I'm not putting shimmer stuff on the little balls of my cheeks because I have larger pores. On my chin, just because it's not as smooth as the rest of my face. And on my nose. I will not put shimmer on my nose because it just like highlights the non-smoothiness. You know what I mean? All right, so now I have these lovely streaks, and I'm just going to blend them out. You got to take a stiff, fluffy brush. I know that don't make any sense, but it's stiff and it's fluffy. And I do not with a soft hand, with a heavy hand. And I just like freaking go to town on it. Because I want you to see it. I don't want people to be like, oh, her face looks so natural. That ain't my goal. Okay, this is Soft and Gentle by MAC, and it is a highlighter. So it's shimmer, not glitter, shimmer. Take a small fluffy brush, and I'm just going to pop it right on my cheekbones right there. There are people who do a lot of this, and honey, they look so good. I'm going to pop it right up on my eyebrow. So go, girl. You know what I mean? But for me, I just want like a smidge. Mainly because like, I'm not 19. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all could see. But it's just like enough to highlight that cheekbone, just a smidge. There you go. So, let me finish this look and I'll show you.